This train is for Dalmuir and will call at Whifflet, Kirkwood, Bargedy, Baillieston, Mount Vernon, Carmyle, Rutherglen, Dalmarnock, Bridgeton, Argyle Street, Glasgow Central Low Level, Anderston, Exhibition Centre, Partick, Hindland, Jordan Hill, Scotstoun Hill, Garscadden, Yoker, Clydebank, and Dalmuir. Passenger safety information notices are located throughout this train. Please have your tickets ready for inspection. We are now approaching Whifflet. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Whifflet. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Kirkwood. We are now approaching Kirkwood. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Kirkwood. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Bargedy. We are now approaching Bargedy. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Bargedy. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Baillieston. We are now approaching Baillieston. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Baillieston. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Mount Vernon. We are now approaching Mount Vernon. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Mount Vernon. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Carmyle. We are now approaching Carmyle. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Carmyle. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Rutherglen. We are now approaching Rutherglen. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Rutherglen. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Dalmarnock. We are now approaching Dalmarnock. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Dalmarnock. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Bridgeton. We are now approaching Bridgeton. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Bridgeton. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Argyle Street. This is Argyle Street. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Glasgow Central Low Level. We are now approaching Glasgow Central Low Level. Change here for services from Glasgow Central Highland Station. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. If you see something that does not look right, speak to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it. Say it's sorted. This is Glasgow Central Low Level. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Anderston. We are now approaching Anderston. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Anderston. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Exhibition Centre. We are now approaching Exhibition Centre. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Exhibition Centre. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Partick. We are now approaching Partick. Change here for stations via Singer, stations to Milngavie, and for the subway. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Partick. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Hindland. We are now approaching Hindland. Alight here for Gardenival Hospitals. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Hindland. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Jordan Hill. We are now approaching Jordan Hill. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Jordan Hill. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Scotstoun Hill. We are now approaching Scotstoun Hill. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Scotstoun Hill. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Garscadden. We are now approaching Garscadden. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Garscadden. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Yoker. We are now approaching Yoker. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Yoker. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Clydebank. We are now approaching Clydebank. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Clydebank. This train is for Dalmuir. The next stop is Dalmuir. We are now approaching Dalmuir. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train. This is Dalmuir, where this train will terminate. Please ensure that you take your luggage and personal belongings with you when leaving the train.